Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will be discussing my analysis of CAT 2025 Slot 2. So CAT 2025 had three sections: VARC, LRDI, and quantitative aptitude. So this contained roughly around 24 questions. LRDI had 22 questions, type 4 type questions, 5 type questions, and QA had 22 questions. So in totality, it had 68 questions in total. That turns out to be 204 marks because each question had 3 marks. Now, mine was slot 2, and in slot 2 we had, like, in general we have 4 RCs and the rest are 8 VAs. So each RC contains of 4 questions, and so this is 12 questions, and this is 16 questions. 16 questions, and this is 8 questions, so total 22 questions. So this in CAT 2024 we did not have parajumbles. CAT removed parajumbles, but now we again got to see parajumbles. There were two PJs in CAT 2025 in each slot, I guess, in slot 1, slot 2, and slot 3 as well. So my analysis tells me, like, the VRC, I will rate it as moderate to difficult. Reason being, why I'm saying it moderate to difficult, because even there were two RCs which were easy to mod in terms of reading, but when you go to answer the question, that means when you try to eliminate the traps, when you try to eliminate the options, then sometimes you have to read a lot and then again go back to the passage and read again, because the options itself, they were very lengthy. So it took a great amount of your time. So what I did was I practiced a lot of mocks. So in my mocks, I used to generally attempt 16 to 18 questions. My sweet spot was like around 14 to 15 questions with full accuracy. If I try to do, then I was able to score somewhere around 25 to 29 consistently. So in this slot 2 CAT 2025, what happened was, initially I marked all the RCs in the passage, and then I saw there were 4 RCs. So 2 RCs were really very difficult to even read. The first 2 lines I read and I was like, okay, I'm not going to read this because I might not be able to comprehend that, because one RC was on literature, and there was one RC which I did not even get time to see. But later it turned out to be the most difficult, like very difficult if you try to categorize it. So there were two other RCs. One was on Mexican cattlefish, which was very interesting to read as well as comprehend. And I am hoping like I answered all the 4 questions correctly. Why? Because I tried to eliminate the options as much as possible. So even when you try to eliminate the options in each question, it was like there was very close call to eliminate the two options, like you will get stuck in those two options itself. So I went back to the passage and tried to spot the detail trap, which I understood in GMAT reading comprehension sessions, because they were really very helpful to me. So there is one special type of trap which is known as detail trap. So there were 2 questions based on detail trap. So I answered those pretty much correctly. Um, then the second RC which I attempted, that was on OpenAI. There was some conversation, like author was telling about OpenAI and then how people perceive it today, and like it was also very easy to read and comprehend, but the questions were really very tricky. So all in all, I spent around 25 to 30 minutes in these two RCs, and yeah, it took time because I have to read and then I have to see questions and I have to eliminate the lengthy options, and then I sometimes I go back to the passage and verify whether I have eliminated the right one and tick the right one or not. So yeah, it took a lot of time. Then if you come to this VA part, the VA part was kind of tricky as well, but the PJs I would rate, there were two PJs. I would say those were easy. They were really easy. There were two odd sentence, they were also easy, I would say, easy to mod, you can say. And then you had two sentence placement, they were really tricky. And then you had two para summaries. So this was the overall type of questions which came in CAT. So the para summary one was very tricky, one was easy to mod, and one was very hard. Sentence placement both very difficult. Could not do it. I skipped it. Odd sentences I would rate easy to mod, and then pages easy. So I did two RCs plus as much VAs I could able to do. I think I skipped one question from these two RCs, so I did 7 questions from RC and 5 questions. Sorry, 6 questions from my VA. So in totality, I did 13 questions from my VA RC. Now, if you come back to DLR part, which was like the really very tricky and like I'm not able to explain it. There were 5 sets. If I'm not wrong, there were two 5 question sets, which is like 10 questions, and then you had three like 4 question each. Or if I'm wrong, it would be like 4, 4, 4, 12, and then you have 5 plus 5, 22. Yeah, there were three sets: set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4, set 5, in some order, which was like 4 question each, 4 question each, 4 question each, 5 question, 5 question. So these one of these was like on Guru Bhai, which I tried to solve. I even created the table of like all the years like 2013 to 2022 or 2023. I don't remember as exactly. And then there were 3 people, A, B, C, and then there was like some kind of scheduling you had to do, and there were some constraints given, and you had to fill the table and then answer the questions. I even created the table, but I could not move ahead. Then I think I wasted around 5 to 7 minutes in this particular set, and then I jumped onto these 4 question sets each because I thought like they would be easy. So there was one set on sustainability index. This was some graph related plot. This was a DI set, which was also difficult to comprehend. It was like 216 to 2020. It was 2020 to 2024. There were some values given of A, B, C, D, E, and you had to answer some questions based on percentage changes. Um, like I could not do that as well. Then there was one set of 4 question each on balls and hoops. Like this was the most easiest set, but when I came to this set, I really wasted like roughly around 25 to 27 minutes of my precious time out of the 40 minutes, and then like last 13 to 15 minutes are remaining, and then I have not solved any question yet. So just try to understand the pressure I must be having right now. So luckily I could solve this particular set. Yeah, I answered all the 4 questions, and I'm confident then that I answered them correctly because it was the most easiest set ever, which came. Thankfully, it came. I did not waste as much time as possible. Then I think I did it in under 5 minutes, if I'm not wrong. And in the remaining 10 or like 13 minutes, sorry, remaining 10 or 8 minutes, what I did was I jumped onto the author set. There was like 3 authors, ABC, and then they had some publications or something. I tried to do like 2 or 3 questions correctly. If I'm not wrong, I think I did 2 questions correctly. So I'm hoping like my 5 questions or 6 questions are correct out of the 22 questions. So if like um, I'm hoping like my sectional cutoff gets cleared because I did solve at least one set correctly. So yeah, I don't even know. Like tomorrow the answer keys will come, then we'll see. Then I would say like then came the quant section QA. It contained of 22 questions, and the questions were very lengthy. I won't say they were really hard, but I would say they were very lengthy. It can eat your time. I would say like a few questions were like sitters. Like there was one question on time and work, which was very easy to do. Like ABC are 3 people, and then their efficiencies are given. like this is 4x, this is 2x, this is x. The total efficiency is 7x, and it was given like in 20 days these three people work together, and then one people, this C gets ill, and then remaining people finish the work in 6 days or 16 days with 6 efficiency, and then total efficiency is like 7 times 20 and something, and the final answer which came out to be like, if what is the total work, so total work was 340x upon x, so C would have taken 340 days. So that was the question. So this was very easy, and I think like I did it in under 1 minute, because that was very easy. And then there was one question which was like 625 to some power into 128 to some power, and then we were asked like what is the digit sum. So it turned out that eventually it became like 5 to the power 8 into 2 into 5 to the power something, which was I think 152 if I'm not wrong. So yeah, so what is 5 to the power 8? You can find it and then you can add it, and you was getting 25. So it was also very easy. And then there was one more question which was very easy as per me. So there was a hexagon, and then the midpoints of these two particular sides are joined, and this is a trapezium, and we were asked what is the ratio of the area of the trapezium to the area of the hexagon. So the answer was 5 over 24. It was also very easy, and like similar type of questions were there, I would say, and it was algebra heavy. I would say there were like a lot of questions on algebra. One was on ranges, in which modulus was also given, and then there were two questions, if I'm not wrong. There were two questions on logarithm, and there was one question of f of gx and g of f of x, which was like very easy to do. The answer was like x belongs to r minus x belongs to r minus 1 minus 1 and 1 by 2. So that was the correct answer. Like similarly, like there were many questions, so I did around 13 questions, and I'm confident like I will get at least 10 to 11 questions correct. So if that's the scenario, I think I did it pretty well, because I think like I did not let the DLR pressure ruin my quants. So I don't know like whether I'll be getting an IIM or not. But when I came out of the exam hall, I still remember like there were two ratio and proportion questions, which both of which were like really good questions. One question was very tricky only because the ratio of income to expenditure was given. Like there were two people, A and B, their incomes are something and their expenditure are something. But in the question, it was given like expenditure of A to income of B ratio is something. And then you had to calculate the ratio. Final ratio turned out to be 18 is to 30, which is like 6 threes and 6 fives. So 3 is to 5 was the answer. So like similarly, like there were many questions. There were one question on log in which like there was AM, GM, AM greater than GM property, to which the answer was 48. I was getting the power size x 1 by 3, y 1 by 9, and z 1 by 3, but I think I did some mistake over here, so it was z 1 by 3 only. So I solved till here, and then I think I wasted around 3 to 5 minutes in this particular question. I was like very confident that I would be able to do that, but unfortunately I couldn't do, because I was not really sure of like how to proceed ahead in this question. So I think I wasted a lot of time over here and did not even get this question. The plus 3 marks. I simply left it because I could not take any risk over here. So during the last 1 minute of this quant section, um, I was able to do this income and expenditure question. I was like, this was my round 2 of like dealing with the questions which I could do. So I was able to do this question pretty well. So yeah, after coming out from the exam hall, I was like a little bit sad, because I did not know like the DLR was difficult not only for me but for everyone else. Because few people were talking to me and they were saying like they could not even do one set. So I was like, okay, at least like I was able to do at least one set. So I am confident that I could clear the cutoff for the DLR part. So I am hoping like I will get marks somewhere around 25 to 27 in VARC, somewhere around 12 to 15 in LRDI, and somewhere around 30 to 33 in QA. So if you take the like the min also 5 6 7 2 3 4 5 6 67 to 7 to 12 30 15 5 1 3 4 5 6 7 75. So I'm confident that I could get these marks. Like I don't know where do I stand, 95, 97, 98, but definitely not 99.9 percentile, which I was aiming. I'm not really sure what will be the percentile for these marks, but I think I did pretty well. I tried to replicate my marks. I gave a lot of marks. I was enrolled to Time Foundation batch in which I took the test series only, and I would say like their QA was pretty decent. The VARC was decent. Their LRDI was superb, I would say. But yeah, I don't know like what will happen, but I really felt nice by taking this all India level exam. Talking about myself, I have already post graduated from Triple IT Delhi. I did my MTech in computer science from there. I gave GATE computer science 3 times. My first rank was 5777. My second rank was 10917, and then my final rank was 1922, which turned out to be 98.2 percentile overall. Because during my time, 101922 people gave the exam, and my rank was this. So this turned out to be 98.2 percentile, which was like top 2000 people. You're there. So I was used to giving the test series. This was back in 2021, by the way. This is like after 4 years. I have also like work experience, 3.5 years of work experience I do have, like in which 1.5 years from Dell and 1.2 years from TCS. And then I have like 5 months of like entrepreneurship experience. That was my proprietorship, and you can say startup or something. I tried to generate the funds also from there. I did generate a GST number and so on. So in totality, like it was a great experience of taking CAT examination, and I feel like whatever the results are, it makes me a better person in life. And I want to give one more message through this platform that no matter how your exam went, just try to like uh, accept the results, right? um, See, it's okay. You have put a lot of efforts, even if it does not turns out well. Like I'm talking to myself also. There are many other exams like ZAT is there, SNAP is there, NMAT is there, and then there is TISS, there is IISc Bangalore exam, and then you have IIT Delhi, and then you have IIT Bombay, and then you have IIT Kharagpur. Then you have this XLRI, which is through that only. So you have a lot of exams coming in front of you. Okay, so don't get disheartened. Um, just give a best shot, and you have IIFT as well, right? So yeah, all the best, and like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. Love you. Peace.